the big plays that impact who wins the game.
So here are the Eagles now, backed up to start their first drive. They'll be led out by the man from Notre Dame at quarterback, Ian Book.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Book. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And they go play action with Book. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to have the first down yardage. He's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get them.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Book. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They run behind center with Gainwell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, it's 2nd and 10. Book now. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Gainwell will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive along with spanning 15 plays, and it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career has demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. Pretty decent game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Left side. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got stopped, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? One mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want to repeat their first drive.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
And this play will be blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play action now. Book. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Book. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, Gainwell. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, yeah. Right? But in this case, the defense held out, didn't force the field goal.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Down 2. Gets this one to Hill. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with most up the middle. He'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They move the ball 50 yards between this play and the last one. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at the 23. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sack, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd long. 1st down sack. Look, he's going deep for Brown. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Top by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner? How about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Being chased out left, and he'll just get rid of it. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw his book. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Book. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To throw again on 2nd down. Book got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell with his 2nd touchdown in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating as a box.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Eagles offense returns to the fold, and we get a closer peek at Kenneth Gainwell. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. I know they have to approach him, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Back to the running game with Mostert. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Sanders is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complimentary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Let's look at Kenneth Gainwell as this offense comes back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. Cool off.
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. They'll run here with Gainwell. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one good for 37 yards.
Watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown Eagles. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 to the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Tua, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that nearly intercepted. For a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And they see no sense trying to press here. They take the knee and going to get this one into the locker room. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon God.
You and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. It wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Got a man, it's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Middle they go with Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked them up.
From the 41, Tua. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 39. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to pass. Tua. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
39 yards there, a big one.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg Calcaterra, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brand
Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure he knock the ball free.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Gainwell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Look now to throw on first down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him pretty well, but somebody will muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. On the move to his left. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jerome Baker, his second sack of the night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A throw right side caught by Keene. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They brought in the heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, have to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they live a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, see how that works.
The game 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes he's just going to be short.
On the scoreboard, but they're just go for it. It's almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field. Normally I would say put the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And you think he personally is evaluating his game? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far in the third quarter.
looking for the dramatics here, not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving, hands intended to, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here to get on this drive. 132 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good, strong run against a 3-4 set. And at 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center that knows, he usually has to take on double team. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're off the target. And that's what linebackers are cleaning up the big guys.
Just a second for me, but it's indeed enough.
I saw something out of that good so far. You know, he saw some lot of good power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down.
They deliver the tough yards. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him to 2 to go on second down.
I think the defense surprised them there. That leads on first down, but give them credit. Stay under pressure and still stop their way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On the run is Gainwell. And this is going to be an Eagles first down. He's past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, you see, they have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking a guy, and making it work.
This will be dropped by Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Coming up on 7. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And that is incomplete.
Coverage awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up third down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And this is good. It was running out of gas. He winds up getting a shot. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, if you're doing a little ball, you that's how it's all
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's also time for a handshake, a little nap on the sidelines. Maybe you start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And now willing to risk another fumble. It's a touchdown. Dolphins have the line ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit rough going at times. They've had football a ton in this ballgame because of small down drives.
So you're saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I feel like this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there. So we'd love to see his offense really get a drive and get his own rest.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Sometimes I think quarterbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard out of the 3.
Yeah, they're pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second and 9. It's held complete. And it's taken down, but not before they work this to the 35. The margin on that scoreboard, obviously. Obviously, for them, it looks daunting, but I don't know. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something good.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. But you have to be careful with staying glued to that score. Trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're open guarantees to start making just one at a time and make it successful.
Pass on first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham 45 yards. And the Dolphins are in zone here in this 4th quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make. He's moving like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Eagles offense returns to the fold. We get a closer peek at Kenneth Gainwell. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he's what's happening. He does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. On 2nd and 2. Look. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 to 44. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And not much material there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think the line smiles on his faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. He's got it to the 43 here. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On play action, here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now they go screen, it's complete. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And again, it's Tagovailoa. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Wide open receiver, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They hand it off to Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. Gets around him. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands-up ball hit, and he lost it.
And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
164 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Book now.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Off the play fake. Here's Book. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Book's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. Maybe you and I should attend that press conference, see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still find ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they take a knee. Well, fans usually love